Hey guys, Tyler from Allstar Airsoft bringing you a video of mid-cap magazines versus high-cap magazines. This question has been around ever since Airsoft started really, of whether or not you should use a mid-cap magazine or a high-cap magazine. Now, at the end of the day, it comes up to you as the player to pick and choose which one you like and which one fits your playstyle better. But there are multiple things to think about when you're asking yourself this question. So starting off with the mid-capacity magazine, a couple things that you should note whenever you're using these mags is, number one, you are going to need a speed loader when you're using them. So, I mean, you could fill them one by one if you wanted to, but to make your life a lot easier, you're going to need a speed loader. So, whenever you fill these mags, it is going to hold 140 BBs, this one in particular anyways. This is an Elite Force plastic mid-capacity magazine. It will hold 140 BBs via your speed loader that you're going to load it with. So, whenever you're running around on the field, this is not going to rattle at all, it's not going to make any noise. And whenever you put it inside your gun, that's it. It's done. You don't need to wind it. Don't need to wind the wheel or spin or do any of that stuff. It's just a mid-cap magazine ready to go as soon as you load it. Another thing to consider whenever you're trying to choose a mid-cap or high-cap mag is your magazine space. So whenever you are on the field, depending on what you run or what gear you have, say you're running 3 mid-caps, that means you're going to have a little over 400 BBs. With 3 high caps, you're going to have about 900 BBs, so that is a lot more in comparison. So you're going to have to run a lot more mid caps to keep up with the number of high caps you have. Honestly, it just depends on your play style. That tells you how many BBs you're going to use that game or whatever. But it's just another thing to think about whenever you're trying to pick which mag you want. So on the other hand, you have your high cap magazine, and like the name says, this is a higher capacity magazine. So what you're going to do is load all your BBs into this little top cover thing and just fill them up until it's full, wind it, put a little more in, and you're good to go. So with this mag in particular, this mag holds 300 BBs. This is a Vulcan Tactical high capacity magazine. So this is going to be holding 300 BBs compared to the Elite Force mid-cap, which only holds 140. So this holds a little bit over double of what the Elite Force mid-cap holds. But this does also have some drawbacks that come along with it. So one being, your mag is going to rattle a lot, so whenever you're running on the field, you're going to hear your BBs moving, which should potentially let your enemies know where you are, and if you drop it, it's going to be really loud. Obvious things like that, but also whenever you're shooting, you're going to have to keep winding your mag. So shoot a little bit, wind, shoot a little bit, wind. You're not going to have to do that with your mid-cap magazine. All you got to do is keep shooting until you're completely out, which is a little thing that you should remember whenever using these mags. So really and truly, this question is up to you entirely. Whether you want to use mid-caps or high-caps, it's up to you. Me personally, I really like mid-cap magazines a lot more, just because of the fact that you just load them and be over with. So, me personally, I like mid-caps. I have run high-caps, and they do come in handy at times, but I like mid-caps a little bit more, just because of the fact that you just load them, store them away, don't have to deal with them anymore. And also because they're a lot quieter on the field, so I don't have to worry about running into enemies, and they already know that I'm there because of the mid-cap magazine. So that is going to pretty much wrap up this video of the high cap versus mid cap magazine video. If you guys have any questions about either one of these mags or any high cap or mid cap magazines in particular, just leave it down in the comment section below and I'll be sure to answer all your questions. So I have a question for you guys. Do you guys run mid caps or do you run high caps? Let me know down in the comment section below and tell me why. I'm interested to see why you guys run whatever you choose and just want to see what you guys think. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. Comment down below which mag you used. This is Allstar Airsoft, signing out. Peace.